on, guys? Hello, hello. Is this live? Dude, I can't believe this is working. Is this on the first try? All right, guys. We're vibe coding for a little bit. This is what... How do I even show you? One second. Let me figure this shit out. This one, you can see this too. Okay, great. You're seeing the chat. All right, move that over here. Yeah, where's the other one? Okay, here's this. Put that here. Let me double check I'm not showing something I shouldn't be. One second. Okay, dope. Right, fucking leak my stream keys and shit everywhere and get fucking owned. Okay, what are you guys watching? The chat that you're watching live, I'm still working on connecting the rest of this. Let me see if I can pull this up this way. Find live stream. So basically what I'm doing, guys, is I created a unified multi-chat. I got Kick to connect, as you're seeing it in the chat box up there. So Kick was really easy. And I'm working on connecting. Oh, fuck. I should have started streaming on Rumble too. We may be streaming on Rumble later, but we're working on connecting YouTube right now. And we are definitely holding court today. We got some funny episodes. I guess what's really interesting is that Trump is trying to wind down the war, but no one from Iran's talking to him. Maybe we can get into that soon too. I'm trying to fix this shit. See what you guys see. What if I go over clean? What's clean showing? Same shit. Okay. So what you guys are watching is... Maybe I should change it to this other screen. Yeah, let me do that. One second. It's easier for me to show you the screen in its full. Oh, you see me on Claude, Big Daddy? Yes, sir. Let me get this set up, though. Yeah, it's a chill stream today, boys. We'll cover some funny stuff in a little bit. Okay, screen. And we want to do, is it this display? Nope. Is it this display? Yes. Okay, dope. So, that we need to get rid of this. So essentially what we're doing is, maybe it'll preview up right now. Let me queue up some, and I'll show you guys like this. I'll put it up on the screen. This is the app I'm building. And this is the Stream Tools chat right here. This is what you're seeing. Might be a little small on your screen, but that's okay. Let me get some stuff out of the way. Actually, let me put it over here. It's hard to see, but give me a second. Let me make this bigger. I know I got windows everywhere, boys. Hold on, they'll go away right now. Let me hit demo. Terminal, yes, you can have that. Okay, dope. Let me just
test user 123 donated 10,000 kicks. Love the stream, brother.
All right, you guys should have heard that. And now let's test it. So can you see it also? And we want to see Electron, and then we want to see alerts here. Alerts overlay, excuse me. Here we go. Fire. And then this at the top is Electron chat overlay. Dope. So the chats, okay, so now the overlays are working. What you guys are looking at, essentially. Let me fix the camera too. I'm a little too low on the screen. Here's what I'm basically doing. Yeah, I'm building my own stream alerts, but I'm unifying them across any platform I feel like using. So for example, I can now just instantly go.
White Fan 99 donated $25. Rumble Guy donated $10. Best stream on the platform.
And I have full control over these. And they're looking pretty fresh. And in order to have a multi-chat like this right down here, this is usually what it looks like on my screen, just so you guys could see. I'll just make it bigger, slightly bigger. And let's increase the size of everything. So usually this is what it looks like. I'll have the stream chat right here to the left, the video we're reacting to on the right. Yeah, like a cracked house. I'm a cracked vibe coder, dude. The only issue is, okay, see, it's emotes that I'm missing now. The emotes on mine don't show. So here's another thing we have to vibe code. So how do we do that? Shit, can you guys hear me? My bad. I was muted the whole time. God damn it. Okay, here's what we're trying to do. I don't even know where the fuck you guys stopped hearing me for a second. I need to put a little overlay of myself. God, I'm such a noob. Where's the picture-in-picture here? Let's do a little quick one just so you guys can see. New screen share, new camera source. New camera source. Oh, that's too big. Slow it down, big dog. We need to be tiny. Okay. All right, we're off to the side here. Cool. All right, we're live. All right. All right. Okay, so we'll have him fix all that right now. So while we're looking for the rest of this shit, well, first let's check that the YouTube stuff works. So he says you need to find, search for channel ID, something like UC. Okay, we know what that is. We'll go grab that right now.
Meanwhile, in China...
Calm down, bro. That's not what the fuck button we pressed. Okay. Grab the channel ID. We're now going to paste that in there. Find my live stream. It did it. It worked. Okay, YouTube chats should start coming in. There it is. Am I correct? There are the YouTube chats. I swear I see them. Unless this is not the correct. Let's go to this. You motherfucker, dude. Is it clean? Where we fix these? Okay, right here. All right, dude. Okay, we found it. Oh, we have to hit connect. That's green. We're connected. YouTube should start showing up. There it is. We have our first one. We have our first comment on YouTube is now connected. So, as you can see here, I can test a manual one too. So let's pretend, for example, someone from YouTube named Top Goy. Top Goy of the Goys. And he donates $6 million. Can he donate $6 million? He probably could donate $6 million. I've never actually tried a number that high. Oh, one. I can't see. It's too small. I think I need one more zero. I can't see. Super small on my screen. Message. The third temple is on the way. There is nothing you can do about it. Right? Then I can add it here. We can just X out the Q here. No problem. And then we can just play this.
Top Goy off the Goys donated $6 million. The third temple is on the way. There is nothing you can do about it.
Let's go, boys. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. All right. We have YouTube working. The chat on the left is working. Okay. We're solving more problems. More problems. We cannot see these emotes. It just says emote 37266 kek. Okay. So we go here. We take originally what Claude told us. I'll just move it off here so you guys... it just appears small. Okay, of course. Bro, my computer is lagging right now with all this shit. So we have the coding going on. Okay, how do I clear? How do I clear that now? Because that's just sitting on the screen. All right, that's an issue now. Okay, second issue. We have a second issue here, boys. Can I see your party spam? Yes. Someone donated too. Who wins the fight? Gypsy Crusader versus Handsome True? Thanks, Richard. I have no idea. Couldn't tell you, boys. I'm vibe coding apps here. The premise of this is that for example, see if I could pull that shit up. This is Streamlabs. Let me pull this off to the side right here. This is what Streamlabs looks like, you guys. This is their version of the multi-chat. It costs $40 a month to access this. 40 bucks. Claude Code could cost you 20 bucks a month. I am coding right now an app to replace that. As you've seen, here's my multi-chat. We're working on replacing what they're doing. I can change everything here. Add shadow, all this stuff. Background off. Does that add it live? Oh, it does. Look, right on the live stream. Beautiful. And on the live stream, 14x, can that change? Gorgeous. It all works. Look at that, 14x. All right, I can change the size of that too. Make sure you don't, it's all local, bro. Even if I were to, the only API I could possibly leak is probably the YouTube stuff, which obviously I won't. But yeah, we're running out of the terminal. It's all local. Okay, so next problem. I need the, so we'll go back here to Claude screen. And we're going to tell it the same thing. I need the donations overlay to disappear after. I can't type. I hate these Mac keyboards. I mean, he knows what I'm saying, but after what? I need the donations overlay to disappear after. How much time do you think, boys? 15 seconds? 10 seconds? 10 seconds is pretty quick. After he's done reading. Yeah, we'll say 15. It doesn't matter. 15 seconds is fine. 15 seconds. Right now it stays up permanently. Showing the last super chat. Showing the last donation. Okay. After an alert fires, the overlay auto dismisses it after 15 seconds. Look, see, he knows our. Add a configurable timer slider in the alert display settings range, 5 to 30 seconds, default 15. When the timer expires, dismiss the alert. Hide it on both the dashboard preview and the overlay. So he infers all of this stuff. Okay. So we're just going to tell him, combine this message with the other one for emotes. So I can copy paste. So check this out. Now he's just copying. Even the $20 one, it's all the same. All the Claudes work the same. It's just you pay for how much you could use. So check this out. He's now synthesizing my request. This is what it looks like. We would never be able to type any of this shit out. So on one screen, I have my terminal. And on the other screen, I have this going on. And he's running this shit automatic. We're going to go through this in the private community, but some people responded with some of the stuff they're already building. It's insane. So you just copy this here. That's it. That's simple. We go to our terminal. Where is that? Clean. Right here. Clean. Fucking. There you go. And down here. Hold on. I got some shit in the way. And down here, you literally just paste that shit. Right here. Command V. I pasted it. You hit enter. Peep that shit. It's like talking to it. Just like talking to it. We copy pasted that shit. And now he's just off slithering, he says. He always says something funny when he's like going off and coding. And this is what we're doing. Now he's running everything. Let me fix this because it's too zoomed in on me. All right. You have to know what to ask for. You really don't. You just kind of ask something. Talk to the normal Claude. Tell it you're inside of Claude Code and you need to figure out the way I'm doing it right now. Yeah. I made a post in the private community saying people in the future will all have their own customized apps tailored to them with a user base of 1. There will be no more apps that you download. I mean, there'll always be for the lazy, low IQs. But anybody with half a brain, once these get even better and one-shots everything we're doing right now, there's no point in downloading any app ever again. You code whatever you need. Anyways, so the principle of this entire thing of what we're doing right now is this. If Claude Code costs $20, and in my use case here that we're learning about, this program from Streamlabs, see, he's coding everything up. This program from Streamlabs costs $40 a month. That means I'm netting $40 in savings. For me, Claude Code is free. This is active and it's working on the stream. We've tested it. So that means if you can find an app that you're using that you could replace with Claude Code and they're charging you a subscription fee for that, or you're paying for some other service that's $20 a month, $30 a month, $50 a month, who knows what you're paying for, and then you code up yourself, you're saving money. Your plan with Claude becomes free essentially. Mine is now, it's not free because I'm paying for the higher tiers, but I'll have more use cases soon where I'm saving money. Technically, I'm already saving money. It pays for itself for me all the time. Yeah, you start to delete all the subscriptions. And he's coding this up right now, so we should see in the chat, once we fix this, again, our screens are messed up, yeah, for obvious reasons. Go back to Kick. Here we go. Yeah, you just have to retard max it. Stop overthinking. You don't know how to do this stuff. It's extremely simple once you actually get started. He can hold your hand. A 5-year-old can do this. I'm not even joking. If you can speak words, you can do this. It really is that simple. People are shocked. You do not need a powerful computer for this. They also have Claude Code over the web. So you use their servers. It'll do everything online on the cloud. You can honestly, on your phone, I was coding half of this on the phone. So on the phone, you run this shit in Claude Code online. They're a little online one. I'll show it to you. It's right here. And what is that screen? So right here, when you download your Claude desktop for your PC or your Mac, it has Cowork and it has Code. And then you just press Code and then it takes you here. And then you can literally just start coding, and this uses their servers. You don't need some super computer. You don't need any of that shit. This stuff actually doesn't run too heavy on your machine. But this, you can do it off your phone. So you can code off your phone. Yeah, again, I don't have issues with this because security, for example, because I'm not sharing any information with anybody. I'm just pulling APIs directly and channel IDs and stuff like that, staying locally on the machine. I'm not sharing this with anybody. Coders are definitely on suicide watch. He's been coding now, look, for 5 minutes. He's just running through everything. All right. Yep, we want to do that. You just hit enter half the time. If he runs into an error, he tells you, then he figures out how to fix the error for you. If you don't know how to fix the error, you go back into your Claude, you copy paste the errors he gave you, and then you say, hey, what do I do? I'm stuck here. And then he says, oh, that's because he's trying to find this. Do this, this, and this. Tell him to do this, this, and this. Go back, copy, paste that. He starts to do that, that, and then done. All right, here we go. He's got all the emotes, everything. He's checking if things are firing. And he's ready to rock. So we have our app again here. It's live, as you can see, updated. And we're going to have to put what on our stream? Oh, we're just going to have to reconnect really quick. So connect, that's green. Connect, that's green. Everything should start appearing again. Now we got to see, do the emotes work? Put some emotes in the chat. And we're going to see here if the emotes have activated. There it is, boys. There it is. We now have emotes and they're working and they're appearing on your screen up there. Do you see? How long would that have taken as a coder? There, we just replaced $40 fucking immediately. Fire. I still have to connect Rumble. I have to connect anything. I can add Twitch to this. I can add Rumble. I can add any platform ever that comes out in the future and just keep updating this. If I want something else, I'll add it. These are all little things I've added along the way. You know, I was like, hey, I need this. Give me that also. Give me something else on top of that. Okay. Now we need to do... What else? We need to connect actual... so let's make sure we do 100 kicks and $2 for this. Okay. So when someone gives 50 kicks or $2, you should actually start to trigger. We're going to put this on auto. Oh, we have auto settings here, right? Auto. What does this do? Kick, YouTube, Rumble. Okay. Start on login. We have launch on login, test. Okay, now we just have to wait. If somebody don't donate just yet, please. Hold on, let me double check some things here. If I'm missing something. Let's just do a quick test. We'll say username is whatever. Amount 45, message, testing, and Bo knows. Let's add that.
Rarick donated 45 kicks. Test in Bono.
Okay, that worked. That auto played. And that auto played. Okay, it should go away after 8 seconds. No, that's a delay. All right, it just disappeared. I believe we can switch the slider there too. I can change the voice. I can make a horrible voice on here. I have a list of voices. Look, these are all already existing. I haven't even picked the best voice yet. I just defaulted to Samantha, but some of these sound terrible. And we now need to do the...
At Memoism 457 donated $2. Is this lit?
$2.
It works. It works, bro. It just fired off. Thank you for the test, dude. It fucking worked. Yeah, Streamlabs, you're cooked. I don't even need Streamlabs anymore. Game over. Game over. It works, boys. Live. It works live while I'm messing with these settings here. Okay, Rumble, we can't do yet. The chat's already functional. The emotes work. What are we missing? Streamlabs. 1 second. And then this is how we go to Streamlabs, right? So go back to the screen here. $40 a month saved. $440 a year in my pocket now. We have to go back up here. And I asked them to tell me like an idiot how to link all of these and everything. So we're going to have to go back to... Here we go. See, it tells you everything. For example, kick. Here's how you get your kick. You go to your channel ID here. You'll see a wall of JSON text. At the top, look for ID. Put that ID number in there. Anybody can grab this. You just put in a Chrome browser, everything. So that's not personal. And then boom. So Kick connected automatically. I think Rumble connects similarly to Kick, which is really easy. And now, you see how you could win? And now we're going to have to go to Streamlabs, and we're going to have to get Streamlabs up and running for the donations on there. So, Streamlabs, go to streamlabs.com/dashboard. Okay, we're going to do this off to the side without you guys seeing because it's probably going to show some crazy shit. We're on dashboard. Okay. Bottom left settings. It may have changed where settings are, but okay, found something. Account settings. Found it. Click API tokens. API tokens. Found it. And I need what? Find socket API token. Found it. Copy. Okay, API token is copied. And the Stream Tools app pasted in the row. Okay, here's the socket API token row. Paste that, connect. Okay, you see now we have an error. It won't connect. It'll be masked. Okay, set your minimum threshold to 2. Click connect. First time takes 1 to 2 seconds to load the socket library, then it connects. See, we ran into an error. It will not connect Streamlabs. Show me the fucking thing here. Let me see what my... Let me make sure it copied properly. All right, you see? So we're getting an error here. Not a problem, guys. Don't freak the fuck out. We got an error. People here would start freaking out. This is all you do. You're just going to go here and you're going to say, hey, I copied my Streamlabs socket API and it won't connect. That's it, right? Talk to it like an idiot. That's it. We're just prompting it something very simple. Cool. So now it says tell Claude Code. Look, he literally says tell Claude Code what to do. All right, big dog, we're going to tell Claude Code literally this. We're copy pasting this shit. He already built all the context files and everything for me. Yeah, I have a markdown. I have everything. He did that for me. And I'll show you. Well, in the private community, we'll go through that. Not on stream, but I'll show guys how to do this from the fucking jump, bro. It's so easy. And then we go back to our main shit over here. And we're just going to tell Claude Code. Let's put this over here in case something happens. And bam, we paste that, hit enter. My main man is going to tell us to add a detailed event log and give him the error codes. And that's it. Once he gets the error codes, he'll then know what to do and how to fix it. I want you to proceed, hit enter. That's fine. And he's working. We're streaming. You could be watching some fucking show. I was just watching Tucker Carlson and Professor Yang while I'm doing it. Coding. Fixing that, emailing people, all of this shit. Look at this. It's all automated, you guys. I don't know a single fucking thing that I'm looking at here. This is alien language to me. What the fuck is a bash? P kill dash F elect. You think I know what any of this shit means? I don't know what any of this shit means. Look, he's fucking writing the code right here. Look at this. I'm trying to show you guys and get you excited on how easy this stuff is. Bro, most people won't tune in. Where the women's? Where are you making fun of the women's at? Here's how you make fucking money, big dog. Right here, literally. You have a good idea, turn it into a product, a service. It's fun as fuck, dude. It's actually super addicting. I'm going to go back and make another trading bot that's like a self-learning. Every time he makes a mistake, I got to have to figure out how to get the right variables. He's coding everything, guys. We're talking, boys. We're having a conversation. We're chilling. It's Friday, relax day Friday. He's coding up everything right here. I'll even make this a little, could I make it a little larger for you guys? Or you can see it clearly. Let me remove the banner at the bottom. just so you can see clearly everything he's typing. And you see he's showing he's been working for 2 minutes here. Now rewrite the Streamlabs connection in connections.js. And he's doing all of this shit by himself. Bo rearranges guts as a second source of income. Where the white women's at? We'll get into that funny African video, dude. That's going to piss a lot of people off. But right now, we're vibe coding. All right, he's done. Or no, he's asking me for something. We just hit enter. Get after it, big dog. That's what we pay you for. Here we go. Can you help us code AI girlfriends? 1 second, let me see. Okay, that is hidden. It just reactivated again, so let me see if it even caught you. Yes, it did. It caught you. You're in the queued alerts. Because we're not on auto. So if I just hit next. What's happening? Hold on. All right, we're connected. We are here. This is the cute. My next
@Memoism 457 donated $5. Can you help us code AI girlfriends?
You can code an AI girlfriend. It'd be pretty easy. There's more to life than money. Fuck out of here, bro. This is a fun way to make money. My man's eating ramen watching this right now, upset as fuck. Yeah, this is vibe coding. He's eating his 99-cent ramen. Is ramen even 99 cents, or are you just getting wrecked by the war and gas prices and everything? There's more to life than money. Yeah, why would you pay for one? You can code up your own. All right, so that shit disappeared off the screen. What's next here? When you click connect now, the event log should show token, blah, 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 X characters, socket client loaded. If it fails, you'll see the exact error from connect error with the full details. Try connecting now. Let me know it shows up. So he just needs the error details, of course. Let me pull this. Whoa, where did my shit go? Where did my shit go? Oh, there it is. Okay, let's hit connect. Get our error. Our error log is working. Cannot connect. Command paste. And we go into this. Just so you guys could see. I have no idea what I'm doing. I just know I got this error. Right? And I'm asking him, okay. The socket library never got installed. Tell Claude code. You see, he just says, tell Claude code, dog. Tell him. I'm telling him I don't know what's happening, and he's telling me this is what's happening. Tell Claude code to do that. And I go, all right, big dog, I'm a copy. Just like a fucking knuckle dragging ape that I am. I'm going back to Claude code. And I go, copy paste. This the problem, bro. Fix that shit. And now he's off fixing the shits. So we should have Streamlabs up and running. Coding's too hard. Man, come on. This is like a smidgen of the power of this shit. And he's off working. Look at him. He's cooking. Do I want to proceed? Fuck yeah, I want to proceed. And don't ask me again, pussy. Just do it. And he's off churning. Look at that. He just installed the whatever library he needed. He's just doing some shit. Don't ask me again. Fucking do the shits. And we're off, boys. Like that. That's it. Do you see? He even does troubleshooting for you. I was running into some issues. Like, look, I don't know how long. Can you see the full code? Yeah, he won't show you the full. Whatever. He wrote all that shit. He wrote a lot more too. Command new lines, enter multiple. Yeah, big dog. Go run that shit. Okay, our app is now live again. We are now going to hit the connect button. Oh, what the fuck? They deleted my old information. That's annoying. Why'd they have to do me dirty like that? Okay, we'll just test out Streamlabs. The fix requires socket IO client at the resolve the module because Electron's preload sandboxing changes the module resolution paths using it's v2.50 as required by Streamlabs. No errors on startup. Enter your Streamlabs socket API token and click connect. All right. Let's try again. Socket API token. Socket API token. Connect. Not a goddamn thing happened. Let's see if we can connect YouTube again. We're Struggle City. Find the live stream. Everything is broken now. See, he broke everything. Now we gotta go ask. We were good. We were doing good, boys. We had a setback. We have a setback. All right. So the next setback is we write again. Here's what happened. So you can see how this works. Although your messages are still coming up down there. I see that shit. Is this from, that's the bot Rix. Okay. So, we're just going to tell him, all my data thanks, Mimo. You can customize your social media experience too with custom RSS feed, no algo propaganda. That's actually pretty smart too. All my IDs and keys were wiped on the next startup. So we're just going to literally copy this. What does it say here? We're copying this over from Claude Code. All my IDs and startup keys were erased, and now I can't connect to anything. This is what Claude Code wrote. Copy paste. The rebuild wiped your settings. You fucker. All right. So copy. And we go back in. We're going to have to redo that again. Just like we are right here. Command paste. And let him go to work. Let me pull up the chat on the far right, because we still, while we're working, we still need it. All right. This is exactly how you retard code. This is actually exactly how you retard code and save money. I do want to proceed. Do you want to proceed? Yes, bro, proceed. Tard maxing. This is how you tard max. It takes time. I want to proceed, bro. Continue, your asshole. Stop asking me. He is tomfoolering. Look at this moron. How do you expect to maintain the software exactly if it's already this broken? I want to proceed. It is already broken, bro. He's going to go back and fix every one of his problems. Oh, you can learn Docker additionally to self-host stuff? Huh. Proceed. Little bit of that, a little bit of this, little bit of that too. There we go. He's relaunching. I have not seen any chocolate cows recently, my friend. I have not. You gotta have Docker? Yeah. I heard ChatGPT's codex is actually really good, but I've been a Claude fan for a while, so. Yeah. I'm not telling you anything you're telling me, bro. You're gonna fucking destroy my computer with that. What was it? What was it back in the day when you told people to delete some Windows file and it corrupted their entire Windows? You remember that? Yeah, I'm having problems with my computer. Hey, go delete this root file and just get wrecked. Yeah. Delete the root directory and just burn your shit down. Yeah, dude, that was funny as hell. How many people got with that one? Hey, there's a virus. I don't know how this virus. I think my son was watching too much porn. I need to fix this. What do? Delete the root file? Hey, bro, that was not your son. That was you on there. He was watching some crazy stuff. Backdoor 93 or something. I can't. My wife is just upset. All these porn ads are just popping out on my computer. I don't know what to do. All right, we're live again. Hey, is the chat reactivated? Not yet, not yet. No, it is active. Is it? No, I can't see anything. Let me hit connect. Ah, I deleted everything. You cunts. All right, bro. 1 second. Let's just test YouTube because we have all the YouTube data up real quick before I put this on screen. Copy this big dog, please. Thank you. YouTube API key. You're going there. Channel ID. Give me that. Give me that. Channel ID for auto detect. Find live stream. We have broken something. Okay. Let's try to connect Kick. Kick was super easy. Okay, so Kick, we just open up this, copy that. Kick was the easiest. If Kick won't connect, we got a big problem. We fucked up somewhere, big time. We had those numbers pulled up. Here we go, channel ID. Let's find out. Moment of truth. Nope. All right, so now we got to go back to Claude. All right, we have a new problem. Let's see where I'm typing this at. Okay. I am retarded. We're retard coding. Oh, he didn't finish. Fuck, I'm stupid. We have to wait for him to keep going. Oops. He's still coding. All right, he's still cooking. Hold on. Before we yell at him, he's still cooking. Fucking clankers. He's still cooking. Hold on. No, he didn't cook. He didn't cook anything, bro. We have a new problem. None of the connections work anymore. I fill the fields, hit connect, and nothing happens. Something broke. Let's see. Coolio. We're copying that. We're telling this toad what the fucking issue is. Fix this shit. Oh, what? Oh my God. Not what we wanted. His feelings got hurt because the root file joke. AI ass intelligence. Hey, we got it to work. He just has to get back to making the functions reconnect again, which he'll fix soon. And then where we go next from there is getting Streamlabs connected. And then our final test will literally be Kick some other time. I'll start. Or sorry, not Kick. Rumble. We'll connect Rumble up and see if everything works. Do you want me to proceed? You will proceed, homie. Please do. In the meantime, while he does that, we had our president's funny. He wrote, "We are getting very close to meeting our objectives as we consider winding down our great military efforts in the Middle East. With respect to the terrorist regime of Iran, 1. Completely degrading Iranian missile capability. That's a lie. Launchers and everything else pertaining to them. That's a lie. Destroying Iran's defense industrial base. That's also a lie. They're still producing shit. Eliminating their Navy and Air Force. That's true. Including anti-aircraft weaponry. That's not true. They just downed an F-35, potentially 2. With the P-358 missile from the IRST guidance system that I told you about, something like what, a week ago? I'm the only one who made the connection. I found that singular post from 2-3 years ago saying that Iran acquired the new IRST systems coupled with the P-358 missiles that are proximity-based, optical proximity-based explosions. That is why the F-35 managed to land, because it exploded near the F-35. But it put it in critical condition. It had to land anyways. People don't get that there's a reason we don't have air supremacy still. There's a reason. Okay, we spent $80 to $100 billion per F-35. That program cost us $1.4 trillion in research. That was the budget. It has been essentially countered by an IRST system using P-358 missiles. Wow. Because it has a large signature. Nobody... if you know anybody who's uttered these words in tandem like that, who's connected these missile systems and infrared seeking to the F-35 being downed, or the Stratotankers that I mentioned, I said the Stratotankers were most likely hit by this system. Please show me anybody else who connected those two things. I swear to you, I have the scoop on some of this shit. There's no way. I see things. Okay, I just don't invest my time too heavily in this shit because I could go fucking balls to the wall till 4 a.m. and pump out some baller Iran updates constantly. I don't think people have put some of this shit together. Do you want to proceed? Let me just make sure I hit yes here. And then he continues to say, oh, he's relaunching. Okay, he relaunched. Let's see if he's still working. Never allowing Iran to get ever close to nuclear capabilities. Okay. Always being in a position where the USA can quickly and powerfully react to such a situation should it take place. 5, protecting at the highest level our Middle Eastern allies. You failed horribly. Israel, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the UAE, Bahrain, Kuwait, others. Failure. Oil is like 170 bucks on the market to East Asia. India is now paying, their basket is like $160. We could actually take a look at it. Let me just not even fucking guess the numbers, bro. I have the fucking oil tags right here. I've been tracking that shit. We have a divergence in the oil market where the United States is paying about $100 a barrel. But the Asian markets are getting crushed because they're the ones that are very dependent on the Middle East. Murban crude is 146. OPEC basket, 135. DME Oman, 162. Look at the Indian basket. Indians are paying, on average, for all the crude types they're importing, 156. They're going to go into an economic depression, especially when we hit up to 2. Probably this is what's causing Trump to back off and start to have an exit. He's walking away with his tail between his legs, unless they really do bring all those Marines forward. Because this is a really weird message. They had to have gotten pressured very recently. Look at the prices of this shit, guys. 153 for the Kuwait export blend. 150 for Upper Zakum. Al Shaheen in Qatar is 149. And I want you to remember these prices. Saudi Arabia is at about 125, right? These were the prices last month. Down here. This is monthly. Arab was going for $68. $71. Kuwait's export was $66. It's at $160. This is a month ago. And these numbers are already a little higher because they already went up +5. You have no idea how expensive shit is about to get. Our farmers are fucked. China's already not sending any more fertilizer. The Middle East just got their largest, I think, oil refinery plus gas refinery just got blown up, or gas terminal, whatever you call them officially. These numbers are terrible. And every time we get to $100, the futures market crushes the price. So we're actively intervening in the market, in the United States market, our crude, West Texas intermediary. We're making sure it doesn't go 100 a barrel, and I don't think we can do it much longer. The CME head was talking about that. I mention all this stuff. I get called fake news. I don't know what I'm talking about. Now we're on the verge of like 8,000 Marines and potentially boots on the ground, but Asian countries might be pressuring us, back channeling, saying to get this fucking shit fixed now. Because when you're looking at the state of Trump's messaging here on X, it's horrendous. The Hormuz Strait will have been guarded and policed as necessary by other nations who use it. We're walking away. The United States does not, if asked. So listen to this. Let me reread this again. The Hormuz Strait will have to be guarded and policed as necessary by other nations who use it. America's basically saying, hey, bro, well, we don't use that shit anyways, and we're not going to contest it because I think the war briefings I just got look like fucking nightmarish hell. We're going to lose thousands of soldiers. So, like, it's your guys' job to fix all that shit. Fuck off. So, hey, we bombed them and now we're fucking off. The United States does not have to police the strait. What happened to taking over the strait? Now we don't take over the strait. Do you see how none of this shit makes sense? If asked, we will help these countries in their Hormuz efforts, but it shouldn't be necessary once Iran's threat is eradicated. Importantly, it will be an easy military operation for them. Thank you for your attention on this retarded matter. There you go. So we did nothing. We have the same regime. They now control the strait, and they know they control the strait. And if we don't contest it, America just tucked its tail between its legs, and we got exposed as a paper tiger. This is the worst possible case of shit that could have happened. This is what happens when you get into the wars without it being total war. All military analysts said you cannot have regime change without boots on the ground. It's impossible. You can't bomb people into submission. They lied to us the entire time. Oh, it's a 2-day operation. Oh, a couple more days. 4 days, 5 days, it'll be over. We're now on week 3. They just asked for $200 billion. This statement doesn't make sense when they just asked for $200 billion, sending a bunch of ships over to the strait. Explain to me. What news have they gotten recently? Who's pressuring the administration behind the scenes? Did the GCC states that are investing $5 trillion, more money than Israel could ever in the United States, were they pissed? Did they signal to President Trump that we're going to pull all our money if you don't fucking fix this today, like right now? Our economies are crumbling. If we start to get our desalination plants targeted, Israel's targeting their gas plants, their largest gas plant. They targeted ours back. This is unacceptable. Publicly, they'll tell you something else, but privately, I guarantee you, he's looking at all that money like, shit, okay, got to do something real quick. So this is us walking away from this, potentially. It's hard to say. Tell me what you see if there's a red error. We're figuring out this next portion here. Hold on. I'm just going to screen cap this shit for him. Code is asking me for what I see in DevTools. Yeah, screenshots help the AI. I just screenshot everything, send it to him. You're on the Elements tab. Tell Claude Code I'm on the Elements tab. Let me switch to Console tab. Then click Console tab at the top of the DevTool panel. It's next to Elements. Console. There it is. Found it. Okay. Holy fuck, there's a lot of errors. Okay, screenshot those. There you go. Let me put the chat back up. There we go. Drag and drop. This is what I see. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to show you guys the stuff. So here you go. He's found all the failures here. And then we copy that. And we go back to over here. And we just copy this in the code. And let him sort all this fucking shit out. So I think we have now fixed our little issue of what was causing our crash. And we should be ready to rock, I think, after this. I think after this, we're ready to go because it'll all be live. I'm not touching shit anymore. I'm leaving the terminal open and we're just going to... One crash fixed One crash fixed, 99 issues. Yeah. It's cool that you can do this while you're talking and hanging out. But the African video that we're going to watch, it's going to be so interesting. This dude goes into Nigeria or some shit. This African dude. And he tests the IQ of people. And they ended up testing an average of something like 70. And then he gets like the average, not the average, sorry. He starts to get all the other numbers of like who tests high IQ and all that. What's the percentages of everybody? Whoa, everything loaded up again automatically. Let's go, boys. We just have to hit connect soon. I see all my keys. Everything is loaded up properly this time. And I see that even Streamlabs is connected on my end. He's still writing some shit here, as you can see. But there you go. Everything has auto-populated. We just fixed. We just fixed everything. Can we please check emotes, guys? Can someone emote for me? There you go. Emotes are still popping. And you can see. Well, you can't see because my fucking fat head's in the way. But yeah, all of them are working. If I move this, you just look. Here's comparing Streamlabs, $40 product offering. And here is mine. And Streamlabs, I can't edit anything. Like I can't change the size of the overlay. I can't bold stuff. I can't make it heavy. I could turn a background on right there live on stream. If you look at the top right corner, that shit's turning on. Okay, great. So now we can, off this screen alone, we can turn off Botrix there. And we can put the chat a little further down. Just like this. So we're ready to rock. There you go. $40 saved on just the multi-chat functionality. We could have stopped here, but I want everything. So, is there any other chat functionality that is on here that we need to turn off? Nope. So we'll lower this away. We're ready to rock. Cool. So now we need just to test the... Let me show you guys what it looks like on my end here. Remember this pretty little app? So you see now we're properly connected right here. And we're even connected to Streamlabs. So technically, if you guys tip right now on Streamlab, we should actually fire off the alert. Does auto work again? Auto is on. Let's fire off a manual Streamlabs tip from Goy down. Amount 271,643. Okay, message. I like math. Best I could do. Add.
Goydon donated $271,645. I like math. Best I could do.
Fire. And you see at the top of your guys' screen, it says Streamlabs right there, right? Really pretty. Streamlabs. It just disappeared just like we wanted to. We have a dismiss button he added. We have demo, so I could just smash a bunch of these just to test it. Excellent. And the queued alerts. Oh, here's another issue. Oh, no, that's fine. It's not because we don't have anything in the queue. That's fine. So I could replace some of the old ones.
Memoism 457 donated $2. Is this live? At Memoism 457 donated $5. Can you help us code AI girlfriends?
Fucking money, bro. We're done, boys. That's it. We're finished. We're ready to stream now. We're live. I'm going to ask him to... No, we're going to do more in the back. We're going to add Twitch. We're going to add any other program we feel like adding. Let's make sure that this is functional on all the pages. There it is. It is functional. Oh, we have one issue, though, that I've noticed. Check this out. What if I hit dismiss? Oh, no, that problem is fixed, too. There you go. You see? So we could just get rid of it by I tap this button called dismiss. Cool story, bro. We have auto on. This is so tight. Time to cancel that stupid ass subscription. Okay, what's next? What's next on the plate here? Sizing. Hold on, sizing. We got to fix sizing.
Top Goy Off the Goys donated $6 million. The third temple is on the way. There is nothing you can do about it.
That looks good, right? There we go. About right there. About right there is good. That looks like a good size. Okay. You think that voice is cancer, bro? Let me show you how cancerous some of these other voices are. I was shocked. Let's run that back.
Goy Down donated 270.
Horrible, bro.
$1,645. I like math. Best I could do.
They're horrible. The only decent one, I mean, I have to look through them. There's different languages and shit, but Samantha is literally the only one. What's Sandy sound like?
At Memoism 457 donated $5. Can you help us code AI girlfriends?
That's probably what your AI girlfriend sounds like, to be honest. Ralph. What does Ralph sound like? I bet you he's terrible too. Listen.
At Memoism 457
These are ass.
donated $5. Can you help us code AI girlfriends?
Yeah, bro. We're going back to Samantha. She's the only halfway
Goy
decent
Down
one.
donated $271,645. I like math. Best I could do.
Yeah. This is good enough. Get over it. We coded this bad boy up live. So autoplay is on. It's working on the main. Chat is working there. Although you guys you're cut off if you write too much. Does that bother anybody? Do you guys care if on the layout on the stream itself, the text is cut off? Man, I could expand that. That's what it would look like. Ooh, I broke my shit. Hold on. Not primary display, bro. What is this shit called? So I think I have to make it into an app real quick. Because he can't find it. Okay. Broke some shit. Or maybe is it the terminal? Nope. Yeah, okay. We're gonna have to, he fixed everything. Let's just add him, let's just have him code that shit up. Meanwhile, while he does that, we'll go back to, oh, I broke all of them. By rearranging that one, we just broke them all. Okay. That's easy. Easy enough. Oh, it's here. We don't have to do anything. Never mind. Sorry. This is the... I want to say that's the alert overlay. Yes. Okay. Let's just fix that here. None. Get rid of all this background shit. Cool. And same thing here. Electron. Chat overlay. There you go. So we should be able to get the full. It won't come through. Interesting. Okay, we'll deal with that later. We could fix the chat later. I can see the full chat in my screens, but on here you guys don't. So let's get rid of Botrix. Clean that up. You know what? Fuck it. We're fixing the chat now because we're already in the terminal. I don't care. What are we doing? We're fucking vibe coding. That's what we're doing. Almost bitched out. All right. Go ask Claude. One visual issue. When the users type a long chat, it's cut off and says ... Thank you, brother, for the 2. Was the IQ video made by Flight from Syracuse? I'm not sure. I have it up right now. We'll watch it real soon. Let me just get through all this. I think we're like 10 minutes away, if that. One visual issue then, when the users type a long chat, it's cut off and says... Can we make it so that the full text string is showed? Just type it out on the line below and continue as such till it's done. Fully show the messages. Cool. Someone recommended me this song for like a chill song. There you go. And we copy. And we tell big homie, fix that shit. Also, all connections work now. Cool. What's going on, brother? Thanks for the gifted, guys. Forgot, didn't see those. Ascendant and Big Red, appreciate you guys. I'll fix all that shit too. Those should be active. I just don't think they're active on these little pages we're using. Just the main and the secondary once we start some commentary here in a couple minutes. We just got to get the chat to look a little better. It's cutting off some of your guys' words. We can fix that. Minute problems. Appreciate it. Did I see what Netanyahu said? No. Where's that video though? It's Bantu City Diaries. Dude, this video went viral. And then I got some 2 other articles here that is related, but we'll watch that real soon. Shit is triggering the fuck out of people. What's he say? He wants me to proceed here? Yes. Alrighty, Ruse. Let's see what we got. We are connected automatically. Thank you. Automatic connection. Where's the chat? Chat's now appearing. I see Hawaii Tycoon. What's going on? Okay, everything's working. Now what we need to make sure is that the chat... There you go. Now your entire text is showing, correct? If I'm not mistaken, I can see that here. Type in a long string. Ah, beautiful. There it is. Problem solved. Gorgeous. How gorgeous. And it is fully visible, heavy. We don't need a background. That's ugly. Sizing is good. Yeah, buddy. They can't even conceive of this shit, bro. What is possible soon? Did someone super chat just now? What was that? I heard a little beep. There's nothing in my logs. Okay. We're good. Let's fix the size of this. Too big. Excellent. And we're good, boys. What's up? Hell yeah. We done did it. We done did it. Chat's ready to rock. All right, let's make sure we are connected and live. All super chats should be working. Go to this. Double checking everything. There it is. That is that is working. Let's just demo test a couple of these real quick. Cue them up.
Test user 123 donated 10,000 kicks. Love the stream, brother.
Why is this so easy, though? Oh, my Lord. Talk to me, man. Now I got to put on my stream deck.
99 donated $25. Keep
Card
grinding,
maxing.
king.
Card maxing. Now I just got to put that literal hotkey on my stream deck. Watch this gangster shit. I'm about to do that right now. Delete the stupid other buttons that I don't need anymore because we're not using
Rumble Guy donated $10. Best stream on the platform.
It works. And what's my keys? Shift and that. Okay, shift, hotkey. Where is it? Keys. Hotkey switch. Hotkey.
S. Donner donated $15. You earned it, bro.
Hotkeys. Click to assign. Observing keystrokes. And it is what? Shift. Okay, shift. Shift that. Done.
Kick Fanatic donated 5,000 kicks. Let's go.
Let's go.
Super Chat Steve donated $50.
Now I press a button.
Huge fan. Keep it up.
Look at this shit. We got it connected. Watch, just so you could see what we're doing here. What we're doing here, gangsters. Look, I just pressed these buttons. Look. And the chat start. Let's demo up 5 more just so you could see.
Test user 123 donated 10,000 kicks.
Press.
White fan 99 donate. Rumble Guy donated. S. Donner donated 5. Kick Fanatic donated 5,000 kicks.
Solving your own problems, big dog.
Super Chat Steve.
$40 saved. We was kangs. Okay? We was coders and shit. Didn't need to go to school. Okay? We was coding and shit, saving money. Look at this guy, look at this guy. This didn't used to be a racist channel. My feelings are hurt. Calm down, bro. Does your vagina hurt? Same shit it's always been. All right. Now that we got this shit working. Yeah, his feelings are about to get super fucking hurt right now. His next video is gonna hurt feelings. Shit. I do give men advice. You have a fragile ego because you don't like what I talk about other communities. Oh, you can't say that. You can't say that. It's not fair. Calm down, bro. We talk about literally everybody. This dude just can't handle it. Okay, let's see. We got this shit popping off. Let me arrange my windows here, guys, before we start. What the fuck was that on the top left? Okay, this one's messed up still. We don't want the terminal. We want Electron, and that was the chat overlay, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. There's the chat overlay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's go. All right, we're ready. The two main scenes, they're ready to rock. And queued up the alerts. Cool. We'll code with Claude some more later. Later. Let's put this page here. This is so fucking tight, dude. This took a lot long. The HTML version of this, that was a web page, I finished in like 15 minutes. It was ready to rock. But coding up an actual app with the Electron wrapper, obviously that took a lot longer, but it works so much better. Bo, you literally criticize the Balkans more than anything else, and you're from there? Yeah, these people are retarded. Bro, it's fragile egos. There's a lot of them. Raised by single mothers and shit. What do you expect? Literally. They're like their mamas. That's what it is. When you tell men to look in the mirror, especially some single mother raised dude, they get their panties in a bunch. That's what happens. All right, dope. We got everything working now. Let's get into this shit. Everything working.
It's all about the IQ.
Yep. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. All right. Hurt feelings time. So this video is going viral all over the internet. I don't even want to refresh it in case it got deleted or something. And he says, we conducted an IQ test in Nigeria, Africa. Thankfully, it was a black dude that did this because you already know the hurt feelings. Some of them were in the chat already. Let's go.
It's all about the IQ. They have the lowest IQ in the world. Well, what can you do with an IQ of under 60? The average IQ is 75. That's what those who watch my channel, especially Westerners, often comment. It's the IQ. So we decided to go to the streets of Nigeria to conduct our own IQ test. I raised the budget and dispatched my team. Well, the findings were very disappointing.
Welcome to Bantu page.
Oh.
It has been reported that Africa has the lowest IQ in the world today. On the streets of Nigeria, we have come to confirm that. We will conduct IQ tests and bring you the numbers.
You see, there's something about black people. Whenever a white person come up with a report that's negative towards black people, they complain about racism. Well, lately, I think they hate me more than the white now. I raised the budget and dispatched my team. Well, the findings were very disappointing. So we conducted our own report. We're Nigerians. We went to the street of Nigeria and conducted an IQ test. It was so disappointing that I had to take one myself to make sure this thing wasn't that difficult.
Oh no. Oh no, dude. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, bro. Let me pull up Grok right here because we're going to have to ask some questions. We're going to have to ask some questions. First, before he tells us the IQ, what is the IQ number where you are considered retarded? Let's find out real quick. We have two numbers, right? They changed it because it made the black community look bad. So first we're getting the number now. Make sure shit works. Why are you taking so long to think, big dog? Okay, we'll let you think. Might need to refresh him.
And I'm not bragging here. I did pretty well. Our findings did not deviate from the report you find on Google. Welcome to the IQ experience. When you search online, you'd find studies claiming that sub-Saharan Africans have the lowest IQ in the world. I've seen this report for a long time now. However, my Western audience and the commentators...
Yeah, stay in here, Reezy. Don't go anywhere, bro. For real, don't go anywhere. Let's ask it again. He's lagging. What is the IQ threshold for retarded? There we go. Now he's working. He was stuck. Stay in here, brother. Stay in here. Trust me. It hurts. It'll pain your heart, but you'll see it's true. We're going to go in beyond just Africans. We're going to talk about everybody. Don't worry about it. The term retarded or mental retardation is outdated. Okay? IQ threshold. The standard IQ threshold for intellectual disability is approximately 70 or below. 70 or below. Remember the number. To be considered intellectually disabled, you have an IQ of 70 or below. Okay, just remember that. Just remember that. These are rough guides, okay? It says, holy crap. There's people with IQ at severe, 20. You have mild retardation with an IQ of 50 to 70, moderate, 35 to 50, severe, 20 to 30. Okay. The cutoff used to be higher. Historical note. We didn't ask for this, but we got it anyway. Historical note. The cutoff used to be higher, IQ 85, until the 50s and 70s, until we got woke. Then it was lowered to 70 to 75 in the 90s, partly to reduce over-labeling and stigma. Stigma. What was that stigma for why it changed? Don't be politically correct. Let's just find out before the video starts. Okay? Is he freezing again? Elon, fix your stupid bot, bro. I think it's actually my my settings. Here we go. I have a lot of ad blockers and shit on here. Reconnecting. Bro, do your fucking job, G. What was the IQ threshold? Okay. Here we go. The agents are thinking. Let's find out. We want to just know exactly. Yeah, Claude's better. I have him on the side, but Claude wouldn't have gave us this last historical note. Over-labeling hit poor and minority kids the hardest. Did you see that in the thinking? The IQ cutoff for what was called mental retardation was 85, one standard deviation below average from the 50s to 1973. That caught about 16% of the entire population. Basically, anyone noticeably dumber than average, including a borderline category. In 73, the American Association on Mental Deficiency dropped it to 72 standard deviations and added a requirement for real deficits in adaptive behavior. Okay, they tweaked it again in the 90s to sometimes allow up to 75 if adaptive skills were shit. He said we're shit. The raw reason for the changes wasn't some feel-good bullshit. It was just because the old system was destroying lives with the stigma of the retarded label. It says over-labeling normal people. An IQ of 70 to 85 is just lower end of normal variation for a huge chunk of the population, especially poor kids, rural kids, immigrants. These weren't severely impaired folk who needed lifelong care. They were just regular slow learners. Slow learners. Okay, what the fuck does that mean? Who could work a job, live independently, and function fine. They're just slow. They're just slow. Okay. But once the test said retarded, schools shoved them into special ed tracks, which was basically a dead-end segregation program. So that was the problem. No regular classes, no normal social life, lower expectations forever. Massive stigma and real-world harm. The word retarded in the official diagnosis meant you were officially defective. Okay. Bias and overdiagnosis. Here we go. IQ tests at the time were culturally loaded. Language, middle-class knowledge. Black kids, Hispanic kids, and low-income white kids scored lower on average due to environment, not innate retardation. This led to disproportionate labeling, lawsuits, and public outrage. My kid's not dumb. About the system pathologizing poverty or race instead of actual disability. Okay. Holy fuck. This is the PC. This is like everybody in last place. They get a trophy. That's that feeling right there, essentially. You're seeing it live. Hey, the kids are feeling bad because they're 2 standard deviations of below average. Like, they're stupid. They're slow learners. You can't call them retarded, Martha. He's got a stigma for life. Raise the threshold. He's just slow, but he can function. How fucked is that? So remember, the new numbers are 70. The real old numbers, when we had standards in society and didn't give a fuck about people's feelings, was 85. Let's continue with the video now that we have a little background on the numbers.
Often insist that IQ is the reason why Black Africa is backward. True to form, my team did not fail. They delivered a thorough result, and we have the video evidence to prove it. IQ testing has 2 formats. William Stern developed the original classical formula based on Alfred Binet's work. The modern version, which no longer uses the term mental age, instead it applies statistical normalization where scores are distributed around a mean with a standard deviation. This method was influenced by the statistical work of David Wexler. I have never wanted Black Africa to be better than when I was going through the result. Let me explain how we conducted the test and who our candidates were. We set up to the streets of Lagos and we place our tables, computers at mall, high street and popular areas, and at random, anyone who wants to come, we offer them 1,000 naira to sit down and complete the test. In Nigeria, financial incentives are often necessary to encourage participation. It's hard to determine whether the monetary reward had a negative or positive effect on the participants, which may have invalidated the result. Nevertheless, the candidates appeared to enjoy the experience. Our candidate included a mix of young and old participants, male and female, as well as A-level student. Everyone who participated was above 16. Only 3% of the participants scored 102.
Holy
and another
shit.
3% scored over 80 and over 90, respectively.
Holy shit.
The highest group, 26%, scored 69, followed by the second highest group, 20%, scored 76.
Holy fuck, bro. Look at these numbers just so you can see real quick. Only 3% of the tested people scored above 8. If you were to extrapolate this out to a whole population, can you imagine that only 3% of the population has an IQ over 100? Rough estimates. But this holds with the previous testing that he was trying to break that mold and say, hey, these are all old, things have changed. Bro, the numbers are exactly the same. 26% of the population is retarded. 26% is below 70. And then barely 6 IQ points up is another 20%. 46% plus another 16 plus another 10. 3/4 of society is mentally slow. Do you understand what that means? You have, the old numbers were 85. So all of this from 82 down. So at 90, basically 90 IQ and up is what? 3. So you're talking about 10%. 10% of the population has a 90 IQ or higher. 10%. If you take a population, let's just say Africans, and you do 1 billion Africans, 1 billion whites, 1 billion East Asians. This is what we're talking about when we say it's a proportion. It's a per capita thing. Africa looks like Africa because the majority of Africans fall into this IQ range. If you have 1 billion people and half of them are potentially retarded, you don't have many smart people. If only 10% of the people are smart, and those 10% have the ideas that could lead a nation, that can revolutionize their systems, their way of life, invent things, drag society forward, engineering, math, science, discoveries, all that stuff. If you only have 10%, 1 in 10 are at that level, and that's just 100 IQ. That's 100. We're not talking about actual geniuses like 120, 130, 140, 150. And that makes up 1%. I saw those numbers myself. It's 1% or less. So, on average, 1 billion white people, who knows what the numbers are? Let's just say they're double, triple, whatever. It doesn't matter. What matters is when you're counting 1 billion souls, and if white people are just double this, that's all, just double, then that means you have 20% of society, white society, that produces people smart enough to make a difference. That is tens of millions of people. Tens of millions of potential inventors, businessmen, good leaders, systems thinkers, engineers, researchers, inventor, all that stuff. It represents tens of millions of people. So when you look at a society-wide picture, you start to get an idea. This is why Europe looks the way it does. It's not that every European is smart or that every black person is not. That's not the truth at all. The graph shows you this. There are plenty of smart people. Just on average, compared to white populations, black populations, the data's in front of you, produce less geniuses on average, which over an entire society leads to the outcomes. People will say, it's the culture, bro. It's the culture. It's not the culture. Genetics form the culture, which forms the society. It is genetics. If you don't believe me that it's not genetics, I have a crazy graph, not even a graph. We'll get back to the full video later. ScienceAlert.com. Humans, and this was posted March 21st. So they're obviously in Asia or whatever the fuck. Humans in the Andes appear to have evolved a strange genetic ability. Do tell me more about these strange things called genetics. Wait a second. You mean people in the Andes are different somehow? Listen to me. Where's the homie in the chat? He's fucking foaming at the mouth right now. Listen to me. For thousands of years, humans living in the high Argentinian Andes have relied on drinking water that would make most people deathly ill. Isn't that crazy? There, naturally occurring arsenic in volcanoes or volcanic bedrock leaches into the groundwater, contaminating the local supply with levels of the toxic metalloid.
At Maryland Guy I just sent $4.99.
Oh yeah, I gotta turn that one off.
I work in a
Thanks,
hospital lab, and the African lab techs there on H1BS make a lot of mistakes. I make one minor mistake, I get pulled into the office.
Appreciate you, brother. Let's continue. Let us continue. So, these people in the Andes, let's see how their culture helps them survive arsenic-laced water. But one group in northern Argentina, okay, according to, one group in northern Argentina, natural selection, what is that? May have provided an unusual genetic advantage. According to a DNA analysis of people across Western South America, a population in the Argentinian Andes carries a gene variant that likely helps them metabolize arsenic more safely. Wow. Look at that adaptation forced by nature. It's called natural selection. Look at that. Adaptation drives genomic changes. However, evidence of specific adaptations in humans remains limited because it would be racist. Let's continue. Wrote the team lead, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Karina, blah, 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 Uppsala University. Okay, our data shows that adaptation to tolerate the environmental stressor arsenic has likely driven an increase in the frequencies of protective variants of AS3MT, providing the first evidence of human adaptation to toxic chemicals. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think culture is going to stop me from dying from arsenic poisoned water. I don't get to go to the Andes and partake in their culture and get poisoned by arsenic-laced water. Could you go to the Andes Mountains and drink some of that water like the locals do? It's all culture, bro. They just like their mountain water. Go drink that shit then. Isn't that interesting? Wow. Fascinating culture they have there. They like drinking arsenic water. Go partake. Please enjoy their culture. It's not genetics. They just like that shit. It tastes funny. It's all it is. It's taste. Listen, you'll get used to it. You'll be dead in the grave, but eventually you'd get used to it if you survived, which you know you won't because you're not adapted to. Isn't that crazy how that works? It's almost like certain people have adaptations for certain climates and environments that they lived in. These people can drink arsenic-laced water. Other people have evolved up in the mountains. They can breathe less oxygenated air. They have bigger lungs. Other people in the global south can deal with humidity better, sweat it out, cool their bodies better. Other people can run fast. Other people can run really long. Other people can pick up really heavy things. And other people are smarter than other people. See how that works? If you're able to say some shit like this, positive racism is accepted. Hey, who dominates sports? Who dominates track and field? Who's the fastest man on the planet? Black men. They're really good at basketball. They're really good at football. They're good at track and field. They're naturally athletic. They have good motor skill function. Naturally, genetically. So we can say as a society, and blacks love saying this out loud, we're really good at sports. We dominate basketball. We dominate the NBA. Okay, what about academically? If you give me 100 kids, all mixed race, I want all the black and white kids on the team. If we got money to bet on a sports game and you pick random kids out of a group, all the black kids and white kids, I'm picking them. The strongest looking black and white kids I want on the team, period. I'm not picking the Indian kid. I'm not picking the Asian kid. Sorry, not picking the Hispanic kid. I'm just not. Now, if we have a, like a academic exercise, like a math whiz competition, what are you going to pick? I'm picking the Asian kids and some of the nerdiest looking white kids. That's my team. Do you know why you do that? And you're going to laugh and be like, oh, it's stereotypical. We all went to school, bro. We all saw who played sports, who was good at them. We all saw who did well in school, who was academically gifted. It's cultural. No, it isn't. Culture is part of it. And it comes mostly from genetics. We're lying to each other. This is why we can't fix each other's communities. This is why the world is shit. We're pretending we're all the same and we're not. These people drink arsenic water. You can't. Physically, you can't. Other people live at the tippy top of mountains. You'll get sick because you're not used to the elevation. It is what it is, bro. It goes on. Look at this abstract. PubMed, directly. The 2 repeat allele of the MOA gene, MAOA gene, confers an increased risk for shooting and stabbing behaviors. Don't need to read the abstract. Who do you think has more of that? Just take a wild guess in your head. Who's got this gene? Let's find out. What is this gene? Random shit. We're reading about science. I'm not making any statements. There has been a great deal of research examining the link between polymorphism in the promoter region of the MAOA gene and antisocial phenotypes. The results of these studies have consistently revealed that low-activity MAOA alleles are related to antisocial behavior for males who were maltreated as children. Recently, though, some evidence has emerged indicating that a rare allele of the MAOA gene, that is, the 2 repeat allele, may have effects on violence that are independent of the environment. That's wild. Do tell more, please. Let's continue. The current study builds on this research and examines the association between the 2 repeat allele and shooting and stabbing behaviors in a sample of males drawn from the National Longitudinal Study of Adolescent Health. Wow, sounds official. Analysis revealed that African American males who carry the 2 repeat allele are significantly more likely than all other genotypes to engage in shooting and stabbing behaviors and to report having multiple shooting and stabbing victims.
Bruh.
Wow. Do tell more. It says, the limitations of the study are discussed and suggestions for future researchers are offered. This is called the warrior gene, by the way. You can look it up. They gave it a fun name, warrior gene. Make you feel better about yourself. There it is. The warrior gene refers to the low activity variant of the MONOA oxidase on the X chromosome. There you go. Associated with potential aggression, impulsive behavior, higher risk taking. This genetic predisposition often requires, it said, environmental triggers, such as child abuse, to influence behavior. But we found out in the last study, it actually is independent too. Warrior genes. Okay. So now that we got all this shit out the way and we can speak honestly with one another, let's stop bullshitting. Let's continue with the video and have an honest conversation of the problems we have in each community.
20% scored 76. Disappointingly, 52% of participants scored below 70, accounting for half of our candidates. Overall, the average score was 73, while the median was 69. This raises some pertinent questions. How does IQ affect a population's ability to invent, produce, develop, or run a country? Is the IQ test really useful? IQ testing can be useful, but its value depends on how and why it is utilized. Psychologists view it as one tool among many to understand cognitive abilities rather than a complete measure of intelligence. They use IQ tests to help diagnose conditions such as intellectual disability, attention deficit or hyperactivity disorder, ADHD, and autism spectrum disorder. In psychology and cognitive science, IQ tests help researchers study human intelligence, brain development, and learning processes. It is important to note that IQ tests do not measure all forms of intelligence. They primarily assess logical reasoning, pattern recognition, verbal ability, and working memory. In contrast, they do not evaluate creativity, emotional intelligence, social skills, or practical life skills. Additionally, various environmental
practical life skills. What the fuck does that mean?
factors such as education, nutrition, cultural background, and test anxiety can influence a person's scores. Consequently, IQ tests do not fully represent an individual's overall intelligence or potential. It is essential to highlight that this should not be a reason to mock or insult Africans. IQ is not entirely fixed. Learning.
I agree. I'm not with the racists that say all blacks are stupid. That's fucking racist. That's not true. Literally, that's not true. That's like saying all white people are smart. That's not true at all. All right, bro. You see, and now I got to ban you for that because you're being an idiot. Like I said, the low IQ shit, not with that. Not all white people are smart. I meant the white people that are absolutely mentally retarded. It makes you just want to do the facepalm technique. Okay? What you need to know is that there is a huge difference between genetic variability between the races when it comes to IQ and intelligence. I'm not different, bro. I'm the same. You are freaking out because it makes you feel inferior. It shouldn't make you feel inferior. We're just different. It's neither good nor bad. It doesn't matter. It's just real. So if we understand these are the differences we have, we can start to fix society. For example, Africa doesn't have enough smart people to fix her problems. Maybe they should just hire people to come build their countries like Dubai, like, Riyadh, all the other countries in the Middle East that look incredible. They hired white people to build their countries. They exchanged their oil and natural gas. Africa has plenty of minerals in the ground, super rich in natural resources. Just trade them for white people to build your country. That's it. It's that simple. That's the Arab way, and it worked very well for them. All the Arab countries are younger than the African countries are. Africa has been independent longer from Middle Eastern countries. Do you know how insane that is? Singapore, yet another country. Very new, and it is like the capital of Asia, you could say. It's like the New York of Asia. Singapore is one of the premier cities in the world. They built themselves up. There is a difference. White people aren't even the smartest, technically. As far as average IQ goes, East Asians are higher. China's higher. The Japanese are slightly higher by like 5 points. It's not the point. We are different. There's slight differences among us. If we can admit this, then we can start to help one another. And that's the truth. Everybody has something to bring to the table. Everybody here is unique. All societies produce unique individuals. Those people in that, what was it again? What mountain range? In the Andes. They can drink water laced with arsenic just because they lived there long enough. Don't you think Europeans adapted a certain way just for living in Europe in that cold environment long enough? Don't you think Africans have adapted a certain way just for living in Africa long enough? Do you think it makes sense that for the entire North, all across, even in Asia, the global North, do you think it makes sense that these people developed the capability to think beyond long-term planning, complex reasoning, maybe because they would die in winter without that ability to store food, to think about what they're going to do when the cold season hits? Imagine you were raised and pressured selectively by the environment in a place like Africa where it's just fruit falls from the ground nonstop. Every single year, it's always hot. It's always warm. It's always fruit season. You don't have to plant a single seed. Animals are everywhere. Vegetation, every root can be eaten. The sun is always up. Water is plentiful. What do you need a plan for? So maybe because the selective pressure was different on a certain group of people, it led to a different outcome. But of course, you're only allowed to talk about genetics when it's a positive thing. It's cool to say wow, these people in the Andes can fucking eat arsenic water, can drink arsenic water. Oh my God, black people are really fast. They have world records. They literally dominate all track and field. They're the dominant force in all entertainment practically. All sports, except strength sports, where whites dominate because that's our build. Strength for strength. Ta-da. But you can say that part out loud, but it's like, hey, Tyrone's struggling in school. It must be systemic racism. Or is it? Is it? Because that kid can throw a fucking football halfway across the field. He can hardly walk. He can run faster than every kid that's like 2 grades up above him practically. He's about to be a D1 player. That's great. He's gifted. He's gifted there. But, he's not getting very good grades, so we're just going to have to pass him and, well, let's just ignore that part. What if we didn't ignore that part and we said, hey, man, maybe people should be taught differently based on their capabilities. And maybe on average, there's some racial component to this. Like maybe we should have separate schools that actually make use of these intellectual differences, physical differences. Maybe we should cater to the, say, African community, especially to the Asian community, especially because everybody learns differently, not just boys and girls, but communities learn differently. Maybe white people learn different, and this European system only works for white people. What if it holds black people back? What if there's a better system for blacks where they can learn better? What if there's an Asian system for Asians where they learn better? Why don't we ever talk about that? Why can't we optimize school for each child, and it could be down to race, and then individually the gifted ones, just like we do now? All our gifted kids, whoever shows aptitude, is get taken to special classes. Why don't we do that? Why don't we set our kids up to succeed? Why don't we stop pretending that there's no difference? Why do we bunch everybody up in this system we call school that spits out idiots? It takes away their creativity, their natural God-given talents. It puts them in a box to learn under a system that's not even effective for them, most likely. That's what I'm saying. I'm having these conversations because I want society to have better outcomes for the future of our children. I want society to be better for us. That means we have to tailor society to each tribe of people so that they have the best outcomes. You know what the Democrats tell you? The socialists, the Marxists, we're all the same. We're blank slates, down to men and women. A man can become a woman. If you chop your dick off and wear a dress, you could become a woman. That's how far they slid into the mentality of we're all the same. There is no difference. Now, me, you, it doesn't matter what color our skin is, where we come from. We know men and women are not the same. We know a man can't give birth. That one seems like common sense, right? Like, you're not fooling me with that one. Come on, bro. You could tell as a kid what looks like a man and a woman. But when you take it a little further and just divide it up like this, then people get a panties in a bunch. They can't have natural honest conversations. Why? Is what I'm asking. That's all. If we could all agree a man can't become a woman, a man cannot get pregnant, why can't we agree there's differences amongst the races? That's all I'm saying. It's not about hate. It doesn't have to be about hate. But would you recommend any individual person, regardless of race or gender, take an IQ test if they feel like their life is not how they want it? Not sure. You'd take an IQ test if you want, but look, people's lives generally track with their IQ. Generally. You know, the decisions you make every day. We just coded up, for example, with Claude, what you see here, the chat. At $40 program, you can infer what you want about the IQ there. Now, I'm trying to teach you guys. I'm dumb. I don't know shit. I don't know a lot of shit. The more I learn, the dumber I feel. And I'm trying to teach you guys the little bit that I know from the others above me that taught me the little bit that they know. But there is a certain section below that are just below a retardation point that cannot help themselves. That's it. I think society is going to wake up to this reality. One day in the future, our children, grandchildren are going to look at us like we're absolute idiots for thinking men could be women, for thinking there's no differences amongst the races. We're all the same mentality. One day we're going to wake up. Our children are going to look at us like we were fools. We destroyed our societies. We didn't plan efficiently. This is not an effective system. This is not we're leaving efficiency on the table here, treating everybody the same. Cookie cutter. A cookie cutter education for everybody. All our smart kids with aptitude, they don't make something of themselves. Our dumb kids are left behind. Everybody else in the middle is forgotten. We pretend our system's functional, but clearly our IQ is dropping. Year over year, generation over generation, you're seeing it now for the first time ever. This new generation has a lower IQ than the previous one. I think Gen Z has a lower IQ than millennials. You think that's headed in the correct direction? But we can't talk about any of this. Why? Because hurt feelings, bro, feelings. We live in a feminized society. We care more about how things look than how things actually work, how efficient, how much they function. Look at everything in society today. We care about optics. It's okay as long as you feel good. Last place, doesn't matter, sweetie. You get a trophy. Oh, you're not so well in school? No child left behind. Just pass them. Just give them 10, 100 grade. And this is what the society that we have right now. Let me go get some water. BRB. Yeah. 2 minutes. Dude's in his underwear. What are you talking about, bro? These are just shorts. They're cotton. Not underwear. Fuck yeah. Shredded. Teardrops. All right, let's see. What's next? Yeah, they're cotton. Cotton shorts for the gym. And cotton underwear, of course, also. For obvious reasons. And next video. Let's chill with something simple. This dude blew $136,000. Look, idiot. He's white and he's an idiot. Look at him. He blew $136,000 in 2 years living in the Philippines. How'd you do that, bro? Let's find out. Clearly is over women. He was traveling for cooch.
So, when I moved here over 2 years ago, I moved to the Philippines with what I thought was enough, but $115,000 in my retirement savings and a $900 per month pension that I would soon start beginning to receive. I'd done the math. I knew the cost of living here was very low. I had my budget set. I thought I had enough to live on comfortably for several years. I thought I was set for life. 24 months later, I was broke. Completely broke. And staring at my bank account, wondering how I was going to even survive the next month. So this is the story of how I lost $115,000 in 2 years living in the Philippines, and not because I was scammed or anything like that, and not because of some catastrophic emergency or medical thing, but because of decisions that I made and the lessons that I learned the hard way. So let's get into it.
Boomer Blue Pill Sims, bro. All right, dude. Great intro, bro.
Hey there, Rick Wright here again, and thank you for being here. Welcome back to my channel, Mr. Wright in the Philippines. Now, over the time, I've shared bits and pieces of my journey in other videos, but I've never really told the full story of how I actually went from having over $100,000 in my savings to being completely broke in just 2 years.
Imagine fumbling
Chariton91 sent $5. Flight France Syracuse did a video essay/meta-analysis on accounts of Africa's history, general IQ, and institutional cover-up.
Let me, alert box. Alert box. We don't need super chats from here no mo. Save that. Yeah. Let's play that through our new app. Oh shit, when I hit next there, it goes next here too. Oh, nice. I didn't even ask it to do that. Oh, dope. All right, we'll leave that on auto. Fuck yeah. Let's go.
So this isn't easy to talk about. It's very difficult for me. It's embarrassing. It makes me feel vulnerable. But I also think that it's important. Because if my story can help even just one person avoid the mistakes that I made, then to me, it's worth sharing. So today we're going to talk about it, the whole truth. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened and why it happened. And I'm also going to tell you what I learned from it. And, you know, I can already see the comments now. I already know it. How can you be so stupid? How could you be irresponsible and foolish and blah, blah, blah. Look, I get it. I had a plan. But even the best laid plans don't always work out the way that we want them to, or the way that we think they will, or we hope they will. And sometimes, you know, shit happens. And I'm sharing my story here to help other foreigners that are thinking about moving here, or, you know, maybe if you're already here and you're possibly worried about money, then maybe this video might just save you from making the same mistakes that I made in such a short period of time. So, you know, if you're thinking about moving here to the Philippines, or just visiting, or if you're just curious about what life is like in the Philippines, then and if you enjoy this kind of content and this type of video, then do me a favor. Make sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and, you know, also hit the notification bell so that you get notified when I upload future videos. So also, thank you so much for all of my subscribers that I already have now. Your support, your comments, it means the world to me. And thank you so much, so much, so much. So without any further ado, let's get into it. So let me start at the beginning. Let me start where I was financially when I first moved here. I retired early from my federal government job. I had been there for a little over 12 years, and I had a decent pension. And, you know, I'd been contributing to my TSP, which stands for the Thrift Savings Plan, which is really the government's version of a 401k. For civilians that don't know. And when I left the U.S., here's exactly what I had. I had $115,000 in my TSP retirement account. I had a $900 per month pension that I was hoping would be starting soon, and that was it. That was my entire financial situation, my entire plan. Now, I know some of you are thinking, I know I can hear it already, $115,000? That's not enough to retire on. And you're right. If I was staying in the U.S., but I wasn't. I was moving to the Philippines, and I already knew that the cost of living was a fraction of what it was like living back home in the U.S. You know, I'd already done the math. I'd done my research. I'd visited here multiple times over the previous 2 years, and I knew that I could live comfortably here on about $1,500 a month.
Oh yeah, I forgot to put these in the chat, dude. Okay, hold on. Boys, we're headed over to Kick. Let's do the rest of this on Kick exclusive. And then the other episode. What we got coming up next, yeah. For the boyos. Thank you so much, everybody on YouTube. Appreciate everybody that super chatted. Listen, let me paste this for you guys over on YouTube. We're going straight to Kick. Hey. Thanks, Des. Hopefully everyone's having a good, what is it, Friday and upcoming weekend. Take care of yourselves, boys. I'm curious to see what the hell this guy did wrong. Where's the women at? Because he had a woman on his thumbnail. Let me put that tip function up too. We could test that. Later, guys. Catch you all on Kick. And then more probably either tomorrow or Sunday. I'm going hiking for sure this weekend. I just don't know when. But appreciate you guys tuning in. Hopefully you liked the little vibe coding in the start. We'll cover some more Iran stuff later. I have to study more. I'm just piecing together a bunch of things. So appreciate you guys. Take care, everybody.